Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us for the Worldwide Writeathon. I am Ben Pick. I'm one of the hosts. It is hours away from the sun rising, and I just want to thank my incredible host for joining us, and I want to thank all of you for joining us. And let's be productive. So going around in a circle, Nicole and Lauren, would you like to start? Give your intro, say what you're doing, say what time it is, where you are, and maybe say what you're working on.
Do you want to go first, Lauren?
Oh, yeah, sure. So, I'm Lauren. My YouTube channel is Author Lauren Adele. I write poetry, fantasy, and paranormal romance. And I think today I'm going to try and work on a new story. It's going to be a fantasy YA series featuring mythical creatures. And it's a little bit of a Little Mermaid retelling, which was not intentional, but it ended up being that way.
Oh.
And it's my favorite Disney film, so it ended up working. And what time is it? Like 2 a.m. here?
No, it's
2:30?
3:01 a.m.
Oh, it's so early. Go ahead, Nick.
Maybe everyone, I'm Nicole. My channel is The Blind Mage. I write dark poetry, fantasy, and paranormal. I am the co-writer with Lauren for Hunted series, first book known as Hunted the Merle's Kiss. And I'll be working on my poetry collection called Shadow Abyss because I'm hoping for it to come out in Yule, and I found out that it's like 10 poems short, so I need to get done. And I might also be working on our new story idea called Fate's Revenge, with a concept of Greek mythology mixed with people with disabilities.
Martin?
I'm Martin. I co-wrote this. I am coming to you live from daylight on my island paradise.
Are you working on anything else? The sequel?
The sequel is currently with beta readers, and I am doing some edits on a short story and some outlining for Nano. And if you're watching this, let Ben know if he was right to stream at 3 a.m. or leave a comment to tell him if he's wrong!
Well, this is the time slot I got for the Worldwide Writeathon, so thank you all for being here.
You can't be mad at Ben. It's not his fault.
He says.
And I am Ben Pick. I am running to write every Monday at 7 p.m., reasonable hour. I give writing advice with questionable running metaphors. And I am working on book 3. Book 2 is out with an editor, and I'm trying to get ahead so that at some point I can, publish the next book.
Ooh.
Yep, I'm one of the better readers for your book, so can't wait to read it.
Yes.
Very excited for Falling 2.
That's not the name, but that's fine. The first book was called Falling Through. The second book is not called Falling 2.
Oh, sorry. 2 falling, 2 through.
Or Falling Through the Woods, something like that. Like
Yeah. I'm not naming it based on the Fast and Furious series.
You sure?
We catch you.
Oh. Falling 2.0?
Mm-hmm. Well, so we can go around the room, and as we are in the middle of October, are any of you all doing Nano?
Oh, yes.
Ooh.
Not sure.
I haven't planned on doing it, but if it happens, I'm not gonna be mad about it. Because last year I said I was gonna do it and it didn't happen. So
I kind of forget when Sean was gonna pass. Like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh well.
Technically it's November. That's why people are doing Preptober videos now.
Oh no.
Sorry, Justiva. I do not plan to stream at this time ever again. It's pretty rough, and I don't know how productive I'll be during my productivity sprints.
No, Ben, you did it once. You can do it again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. You had to bribe me to do this. What are you talking about?
You did it because you love me.
But I haven't been to school. Otherwise, be like,
Aw.
nope.
You're just basically gonna screw me into the bed.
Pretty much.
Damn. I feel no, I don't feel loved. Thanks.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna go in the corner and cry. We hear like random sobbing through the timer.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because usually people tune into this channel for advice on writing and long distance running, but Ben, today you're going to be doing some sprints.
That is true. That is true, and I'm getting that set up right now, so we can do a little bit more of the conversations, and then in a few minutes we can get a sprint started. So that reminds me, how do you feel about doing a 30-minute sprint?
Works.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Bonus points if you stay awake through it.
Awesome. Looks
Yeah,
like
I'm gonna go get coffee.
You mean tea?
Coffee.
Ooh, this will be fun. I will have to share my screen. Oops. Because I can't figure out how to do this in... I don't know if I can do a full video within StreamYard. So, this will be fun. We're just going to learn
It's a
together.
browser capture. Or window capture.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to have to do. Just share screen.
Yeah, I think you share the screen and I think you click on the
bottom corner.
browser for YouTube and go full screen.
Yeah, that's how I did it.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping for... hoping that I could directly link my YouTube thing into here, but whatever, it's fine.
Sure you can, but none of her got tech savvy.
Well, again, I don't think I can do that with a free account, so
Oh.
SOL
Yeah.
there. Yeah, no worries.
Eh.
I have everything here.
video.
So to make up for the fact that it is bright and early, we have a lovely video of my dog asleep for 30
Aw.
minutes. So, oops. And that one crashed. Okay. Do that again.
I didn't do it.
Yeah. Cool.
Said work, damn you.
There we go. Awesome. So we are ready to go. So just one last thing before we get started. What are your inspirations that you usually work with?
History. I love to find a bit of history and extract a bit of it because it's all stories, really.
That's a good answer. I think mine is music because usually when I'm listening to a song, little like song lyrics will pop out and be like, either it'll end up being like a setting or dialogue or just I think inspiration for like the character's personality.
I feel like for mine, it's either like Lauren said, like songs, like certain words, lyrics pop out to me, or I'm reading books or certain quotes or certain dialogue I liked. I'll try to like rephrase it or use it as reference in my notes as well.
That's cool. Yeah, I don't know. My inspiration is usually just the world around me. So I take whatever bad day, good day I have and twist that in some way so that it becomes the events of my story.
Yeah, I also feel like you're like people watching. Sometimes that one's very well.
That's fun.
So Just Eva wants to know, what is your progress with the Worldwide Writeathon so far? I checked in with a video last night, but let me think. That was Gwyn of the Winners show at about 9 o'clock, so I went in for that a little bit. I didn't get a chance to write. I was just otherwise productive. And then I went to sleep halfway through because I had to wake up for this. So my Worldwide Writeathon is not very productive now, but
That's what this is for.
Yeah.
Turn it around.
Thank you, Richard. Yes, that's a spoiler for book 3 where there will be nothing but live streams at 3 a.m. Although actually the chapter I'm writing, they are kind of running on limited sleep. So the previous couple of chapters, they were walking all night. So I guess I can use this exhaustion as inspiration because the action is picking up, and the sentence I wrote before we started here has to do with a character recognizing that they need sleep. So,
Well, that's better than starting with a character waking up. Never do that. Never.
Then it's like it was all a dream.
do that quite a bit. So I will get started here. We can share my screen, and then we are good to go. I'm going to present, share screen. Awesome. So let's do. Are you all ready?
Yep. Aww.
Then let's be productive, unlike my sleeping dog.
Mm-hmm.
Also, my timer counts up and instead of down, so I'm going to have to re-upload this at some point. But for right now, it'll stop at 30 minutes. And there'll be a little ding at the noise. Good luck, everyone. I'm going on mute.
Oh. I have my feet extended for a laptop. Wait, reading? What's that sound?
The pipes.
Oh. That's so loud.
There's something about Ben's choice of interior furnishing that makes the timer look like Schindler's List with just the collar in red and everything else in black and white.
Whew. Well, that was a good first sprint, I think. How many words did you all get?
I didn't count, but I have 4 poems up. 2 are almost done, and 2 I need to still work on. So not bad.
Yeah, I'm surprised you got anything done.
Unlike someone
I got 200 words.
that you're going to delete.
No,
Aww, kitty.
not right now.
I got a couple of pages edited.
Nice.
And
Yeah, I got a page written, so that's good. And talk about life imitating art. I wanted to read one of the lines. Her legs grew sluggish with every step. She honestly considered the merits of the floor as a place for a quick nap. So you can see that art is clearly imitating life.
Yep.
So you're saying thank you for the early write-a-thon.
I went that far.
Well, I got really confused and was 10 minutes in before I realised I hadn't needed to actually go for a run.
Hey, you could have.
It's too early here for that.
Yeah. You can still do it during the next one, Martin.
That's true. But why would you? Why?
Because you already put it out there.
Mm-hmm.
I painted to me from Ben.
How are your various injuries, by the way, Ben?
Yeah, they're doing all right. I mean, I'm usually good enough to not be injury prone. My knees aren't the best, but you know.
Actually, I can't really talk. I got thrown off my bike.
I gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I guess I had one spill this year, but usually it's only one a year when I'm not paying attention or something, or I go out during a rainstorm. Also, Richard, I actually just created a video this week where I mentioned how much I hate the treadmill. So.
Oh, I don't like treadmill either.
Yeah.
I liked the treadmill until I fell off of it, and then I just stared at it like, I hate you.
Ooh. I'm sorry, that sounds painful.
Well, with treadmill, I have to hold on because we don't have depth perception. It's like, I'm not running, I need to move my arms. That's why I don't like that. You feel like you're trapped on one little square the whole time.
Yeah, it does feel very trapped and constraining. And I did want to give shout outs. So thank you everyone for joining us. It looks like we have Amy Rosenfeld who joined the channel. Author JC Carpenter was in there for a little bit, but I think she's reasonable and went back to sleep.
Yeah.
Books by Adrian is here, so I like that he's one of the night owls who showed up. Richard Holiday is giving us Maximum Chaos. Ginet.
I mean, for Richard, this is only medium chaos. He can still crank it up, but I think it's a bit early for him.
Anyone watching AoE TI between sprints? The only AoE I know is Age of Empires. So, what's
I have no clue what that is.
What's AoE TI?
I haven't been playing retro games between sprints. No.
Most retro games are not accessible, so
AoE TI.
I have no idea.
Yeah, sorry,
Why?
I don't. Oh, and yeah, sorry. Thank you, Cool Gamer, for joining us. And
Yay.
let's see who else.
He's probably been playing Age of Empires between sprints.
Yeah.
I've seen the preview for it, but I don't think it's one I we can play. I'm like, not worry about it.
Yeah, sorry, I don't understand what you're saying. If anybody's watching AOE, I don't know. Yeah, so I guess give shout outs in the chat how productive you were doing, what you were doing, whether you were writing, whether you were
Napping.
taking naps, yeah, whether you were folding laundry, doing whatever, going for a run. I mean, it's 30 minutes, so that could be good.
Coffee.
I have been thinking of proposing just like a housework sprint stream. You know, like we chat for a bit and then we set 20 minutes. We do a bit of washing up, do a bit of laundry, and all regroup.
I mean, that sounds like ooh. Hey, thank you, Yolo Jones, for joining us. Seems like you were doing some research. No, I usually don't. Oh, cool. There's a world tournament going on for Age of Empires. Wow. I had no idea.
Isn't that just the game?
No, I know there was something where they did it they had a LAN party inside of a castle, which was pretty cool. Some of like the top gamers in I guess it's AOE too. Some of the top gamers in the world got together in a castle and had a LAN party.
Yeah, it's kind of like what's that game? Basically like MO.
Oh, yeah.
Not Dragon Age, the other one.
I know what you're talking about.
It's like that, but like the Empire game.
Ooh.
But it's not accessible.
But
It's not. It hates master fires.
Bloody Americans, the merest mention of a castle gets you excited like there aren't castles everywhere. They're basically archaeological litter at this point.
Yeah. There is well, not by us, but there is definitely one castle in a rich neighborhood about an hour now from where I am. So that's always fun when you used to drive by that area. Apparently, there were some XL World Championships earlier that Richard is going on about. Anyways, just some questions. So, how do you normally fight insomnia when you have to get something done and it's been a rough day or you didn't sleep right the night before?
Music.
Music helps you push through. I like it.
Caffeine helps too.
Yeah, I only really do insomnia when like I'm LARPing because we'll try to like stay up as long as you can, make sure you don't miss anything in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But usually I can't stay up late. I'll crash.
I don't have a cool answer. I just make sure I get sleep because I don't get my best work done if I'm overly tired.
Yeah, and then that's like a zombie.
It's like I don't get people like the single worst piece of writing advice all time is anyone that claims you should get up at 5 a.m. to write. Who's going to string a sentence together at 5 a.m.? Case in point.
I mean, working up at 3 a.m.
Just
don't
go to bed 2 hours early and do the
writing.
writing.
You can do it, but I'm not one of them.
I mean, I'm creative, but I don't start writing until like 8. Anything earlier, it's like, nope.
I cannot believe the amount of people who throw that around like it is any way helpful to anyone. You know, if anyone says that, all you're doing is disqualifying yourself from having anything worth saying ever again.
Well, I think it depends on like what time writer you are. Like your morning writer, time makes sense. For your night writer, then there's no point. You're not have to write anything.
If you're a morning writer, that's not the morning.
And then get nothing done.
Right. Or some people that only write in the afternoons. Like, it depends on what you prefer.
Yeah, I'm definitely a nighttime writer. Quiet you.
It varies for me. So normally I like waking up and I go for a run and then I come back and get some writing done. But that's usually on the weekend. So during the week, there's like a small gap between when I go for finishing my work and when I have dinner, and that's the best time for me to write.
Yeah, for me it's like in the mornings, but when Lauren's here, it's in the evenings. But anything past 10, it's like, yeah, that's not happening.
There is something nice about being able to get 1,000 words down before you get out of bed, though.
So that means you just bring the typewriter into your bed and just start tapping away?
Oh, the typewriter's never out of my bed. That one's for display purposes only.
Ah.
Here's your tapper.
That's where dictation comes in. To be fair,
My friend says she'll have like one of the like a smart keyboard by her bed, so she can just write in bed. And it's like, yeah, see, that's not motivating for me. Then I would just lay there,
Right.
instead of not get anything done.
if you don't want to write, don't write. It's like often people, will say stuff about, should I give up writing? It's like, someone didn't like what I wrote. Should I give up? And it's like, well,
You need
if you
fit
can give up, do, because the people who are going to succeed are the ones that would be doing it, if no one read it.
But my thing too, like if you write something and you think it's garbage, like there's always room for improvement.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't necessarily, you don't necessarily have to give up or throw it away. Maybe take a break, do something else, and come back to it.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I've been very militant this morning.
No, you're fine.
But I feel like after writing, if it stands, you're always gonna find someone that doesn't like what you write.
Well, true.
But then you might find people that do like it, but they might not know unless you put that out there.
Right.
There's a scene in Mythic Quest where someone gets to, it's about game designers, and someone gets to pitch to the head of the company. And they're like, this thing you've done is crap. And she's like, do you agree with me? And she's like, yes. No. And they're like, we've told you it's crap. Are you still going to work on it? Yes. Even though it's crap? She's like, yes. And they're like, great, we're going to support you.
Sorry, I'm just messing with the chat and trying to stay awake.
You're
Let's
good.
see here. Yeah, so we have Amy who is talking about writing different things. So she's writing nonfiction in the morning and fiction in the afternoon, evening, or fiction in the evening is what she said. So that's really cool. That is a good way to split out what you're doing to be productive and to use one thing to feed the other. So
yeah. I mean, I write poetry and novels, so like when I stop the one area, I'll just do the other one. Start right there.
Mm-hmm.
Says the one that's trying to do like 10 poetry books at once.
I can't tell that's my mind work. I need more than processing time, otherwise I don't have anything done.
Or I have to work on one project at a time, otherwise I'm like, oh shiny! What was I doing? Oh shiny!
What about you guys? Do you multitask or you stick to one story at a time? Or one?
I like doing one at a time.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to the point where I can be drafting one thing and outlining the next, but I'm not quite there yet.
No.
I find outlining is a really slow process, and the more I can get that set up, then I would be unstoppable.
Yeah, definitely outlines help you stay on track.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't like outlining.
Oh.
I have a love-hate relationship with outlining. I love having the outline, but the actual process is kind of like pulling teeth, except I've had teeth pulled and it never takes more than an hour.
What are you talking about? I write your outlines for you.
And I hate you. Why is this here? But no, I mean, then it's helpful when it gets you writing and you're like, I'm glad I had it. Even if it's just like a very loose skeletal outline.
Yeah. I made the mistake this year. So this is part of the problem I'm having so much trouble writing book 3 is that I started this year by doing some serious edits to get book 1 out, which then led to editing book 2. And so I was trying to edit and publish book 1, then edit book 2, and simultaneously write book 3. So it was just kind of a mess.
You know what? Exact same thing.
Yeah, the good news is that I was able to, because I was editing everything, I was able to seed ideas earlier in some of the books 1 and 2, or make things align better. But aside from that, it was just a mess mentally to get through all that. So now that things are starting to line up and I'm starting to knock those pins down, I can actually start focusing on book 3. And so in theory, I have the chance to make better progress there.
I made a conscious decision not to release anything until I had 3 books written for just that reason. And I was almost kicking myself because I hadn't gone back and put anything in until right at the end of book 3. There's something that happens that needs to be sort of planted earlier on. So yeah, really worth sort of holding back on that one. And check out Books by Adrian on Tuesday, where they will be talking about this book, The McMurdo Rift, Book 1.
Oh,
It's all
yay!
prepared just for you.
Yeah, I think for Hunted, we released book 1, and we tried doing another, and then realized that we got screwed. Then we did book 2, and after we did book 2, I actually went back and looked at book 1. Yeah, I made a lot of edits that one.
Cool.
But you learn as you go. Sometimes, like, there's things that you don't know until, like, it's like trial and error.
Yeah.
And then you kind of have, like, an epiphany. It's like, oh, and now I can go back and make this better because now you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like for us, our problem is, like, echoes and
Grammar.
And apparently, like, you find out what your favorite words are and you read the book and you see it, like, 20 times.
Oh, that wasn't directed at me?
No.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, looks like there's a lot of support for the McMurdo Rift in here, and Books by Adrian is here as well. So he's trying to promote the first episode of the Booktuber Club, where we are reviewing it's a 3-part series, I think. So part 1 is the first half of your book, then there's the second part, and then there's the author interview. So this Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern time, since that's what I'm writing on right now, and I can't think to do conversions. It's 4 p.m. On Books by Adrian, and you get to see the lovely Martin and I believe Bradley, or it's just the panel of other author tubers discussing your book. You'll be in the chat room, so it's not going to be any interviews, but it'll be fun to talk about the first half of your book.
Malcolm Bradley is my partner. I am trying to convince him to actually legally change his name to Malcolm Bradley, which is what is best known as.
Fair enough. Sorry, what were you saying?
And how awake are you right now? You sound sleepy.
I am very sleepy. I am counting down the minutes to when I can go back to sleep, or whether. Yeah, so we had the first live sprints. They were good, SD Houston. And let's see, we had about 300 words. We had.
I'm a fan of sprints. I'm a fan of SD Houston. I wonder if there's a time that I can combine my interests later this morning.
Hey, don't you're jumping you're jumping ahead of what I'm trying to do. I also have the list of every single member of the Worldwide Writeathon. So if you want, we can get back to another sprint if you are ready.
Yeah, she's in here. Wow, I'm surprised she's up.
All right, let's do it. Yeah. Okay. Amy's channeling what's her name? Evanescence, I guess. The song "Wake Me Up Inside."
Oh yes.
All right. Well,
I believe it's time for our next coffee making session.
Yes. So, do you want to do another half hour, or do you want to do a different time?
Another half hour.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. It's the same video over again. So 30 minutes on the clock.
Doggy!
And we are back. How did your second writing sprint go? As productive as the last one?
Oh, yes.
No.
You got coffee?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh,
good.
yeah. That's true. Precious.
I got two exams written and then had to spend the rest of the time with technology. That's being a bitch.
It just doesn't like you.
It never does. It hates Mac users.
Wow.
I'm about halfway through this edit.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, I got another 300 words going, but I realized that the chapter is kind of becoming stagnant, so I think I'm just going to skip ahead the next one and get things excited to keep things rolling, and then try and figure out how to work backwards from there.
Yeah,
That's smart. Not get hung up on something that you're stuck on. Just keep going.
Exactly.
Chugga, 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 choo-choo.
I know learn sugar.
You wanted this. Yes.
Well, because I'm largely going off, ignoring the outline for the most part. So there are certain things that need to happen, and a lot of fun things that are about to happen, but like there's 3 different plot threads, and one of them is growing stagnant, so I gotta figure out how to bring life into it, but I can't think at the moment, so I'm just going to skip ahead to the next one.
Yeah.
Ben's sleepy brain can't think.
Yeah. Pretty much.
No, if you're
Well-
looking at poetry, it's like, what am I trying to write?
Are you doing nano, Ben?
I am not. I know that I'm going to have to do a full round of edits, so I'm going to likely, and that'll cut right into Nano, I think in like the first or second week. And that means that I won't, if I do get started, I'd immediately have to stop. So for me, Nano usually doesn't work because work also picks up the last 2 months of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So every year I tried, it's always been like the first week is good, and then work just burns me out, so I don't get any good writing done.
Right, and then you don't have any time or energy to write.
Yeah. Although come Thanksgiving and usually the first week in December, things lighten up maybe. So I don't usually do, well, I definitely don't do 50,000 words a month, but I do tend to have a more productive end of November and then early December. So.
Do you track your words?
Sometimes I'm hit or miss about whether or not I get done with. I track the words in each chapter, and so then I track that all in a spreadsheet, so I can sort of see how I'm progressing within the book. But I don't usually track how many words I write in a writing session.
Oh God, you said spreadsheet. That's the word of the day.
Yeah.
No, I have a spreadsheet for exactly that, and then can see how many words I've written every month and week and whatnot. Mm-hmm. It's good for just keeping your productivity from sliding off a cliff.
Yeah, I don't do that, but I do set deadlines like, okay, this date's coming up. I need to have this much of the book like done or sets of parts done. Otherwise, it's like not done right.
I love deadlines. I love the whooshing sound they make as they go past.
I feel like when I try to track my words, and if I fall behind and I feel discouraged,
it just stresses you out.
Yeah, it can. But I feel like also too, like tracking your work in some capacity can help you like get motivated and be productive, because then you're like, instead of getting 0 words this week, I got like 500 words. Like sometimes I feel like that when I come home from work and I don't want to write.
At least you have a job. Mine's a joke.
I put together a schedule the other day where I could knock out 75,000 words a month. I don't know if I'm going to do it, but I could see how I could.
I mean, now you put it out there, now you have to kind of at least try.
Yeah.
Do I, though?
Yeah.
No.
Wow, 75,000 words. That would be insane.
That's a lot. Wait, so how many words do you have to write a day?
Ben, can you full screen me?
Yeah, sure. Maybe. Question mark.
I have to make one thing very clear. Richard is not the spreadsheet guy. Richard took all my spreadsheet plans and publicized them. And now everything I created, he has stolen and has it associated with him. I don't know why I'm defending this, because mainly people just go, spreadsheets. But it was me, and I will have it known. Message ends.
Hey, Martin.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have to take that clip and make it into a short and put it on your channel. You're welcome.
And I will make him pay for what he's done.
And I will rule the world.
And you actually know where he lives too, don't you?
Sutton.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, a lot of us use various spreadsheets. I also happen to, well, to a lesser extent, I use spreadsheets. I have my own system, but
Well, as a mate of mine
Nothing-
likes to say, spreadsheets before bed sheets.
Oh my.
it's too early.
Yeah, it's too early for knowing this lore.
It's never
I was
too
going to say,
early.
I think it does look like Richard.
Never too early.
Richard
I
must
learned
have
that
fallen asleep
yesterday.
because he is not here to defend himself.
It's it's the second day in a row that I've had someone accuse me of stealing all Richard's spreadsheets claims, and it's just like, no.
Mm-hmm.
No. I mean, the country is crumbling around me, but I will not let that stand.
No, not you. I mean, what?
And we've angered Adrian.
Mm.
But don't worry, I can sort that in one move.
Oh,
Oh.
hold on. I can get you back to. Oh wow, you're really repping books by Adrian. You're wearing his shirts. You're wearing his you're drinking out of his mug.
Oh, it was mud. Okay.
Dang.
Oh, I make so much money.
I thought it was.
You know, it's like I turned down Nike.
Hold on, Nick.
Yeah.
What?
Martin, I have a text from Adrian. He says your check's in the mail.
He was hot. We was on square.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Nick, it's too early. I'm so glad we're drinking coffee then.
Well, we can give some entertainment to our guests. So, what was the last time you all did an all-nighter?
So the last time I did an all-nighter was 2017 when I had a 7 a.m. flight back from Milan. Spent the night in an airport.
Oof.
They did this thing where it's basically a little box that you could pay an obscene amount of money for with a plastic bed. So I just sat in there and watched TV.
When did we go see Aladdin? Was it 2018?
Yeah.
So me and Nicole took Greyhound to New York to see Aladdin, and our Greyhound told us to be at the Greyhound station at 3 a.m. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We'll get there in like 3 hours. But the actual bus didn't come to was it 9 a.m.?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, we stayed up. And then it broke down on the highway, so we had to walk on the highway to the new bus.
And it's kind of like what happened today. Only we didn't take a nap or anything. We just stayed up the night before. Why did we do that?
I don't know. I mean, for me, it was last June. Yeah, that was my last Dragon Prince LARP, and I did all nighter trying to start playing the game.
Like you said, you want to stay up because you don't miss anything, right?
Right. I mean, for that, I had 2 to 3 hours sleep. That was pretty much it.
Okay, that doesn't really count. It's not all nighter.
And then if you're going to bed at 5 and wake up at 7 or 8,
Yeah, it seems good enough.
In there.
it still counts.
Yeah. Mine was a few years back. So the project I was working, this is my last job. The project I was working on was pushing out some code, and they needed people from security to be there overnight. and it was a 2-month period. I did the first night and the last night, and both nights were a disaster. So, fun fact: the first night I decided that I was done with that job and decided to quit because
I
everything
didn't
was
know
just
you were a security guard.
no, well, security guy, not security guard.
Ah.
They need somebody there to watch the security alerts and let people know that there's a security incident happening, and then do nothing for the rest of the night. Anyways.
You're not just wandering around with a flashlight.
Seriously, doing watchdog.
No. In fact, I had some problems with the security guard because the first day I didn't have the contact information for anybody else on the team that was pulling the all-nighter. So I just sat outside the building with my computer and tried to like email them. And the security came outside and was not very happy with that. But of course, he had no way of contacting anybody upstairs either. So we were kind of screwed for a little
that's
bit.
suspicious. You're just sitting outside the building.
Yeah, just sitting outside the building with a computer, clearly doing something nefarious. And that was the night I decided to quit that job. And then 2 months later, I finally found. 2 months later was my last day at the job, and that was the last day that they were doing They were finishing off the deployment, or the high period of whatever. Either way, the overnights for everyone lasted for 2 months, and I only had 2 sessions, the first and last one, and so it was really upsetting to be there that first night, but really exhausting, but at the same time rewarding to be there the second time because I finally got to piece out of that place.
Nick?
Yeah, it was fun. I was wandering around every hour doing push-ups in the lobby to stay awake.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. Yep.
But you're glad that you quit the job, though?
Oh, I hated that job. Yes, I'm very glad that
I think you might need to do some push-ups now.
Yeah, Nick.
You're dozing off.
Yeah, I can do them, but I'd be off screen. I don't have a easy way of setting this up to watch me do them.
That's a very good point. Hang on. 1, 10, 50. Oof.
Good job.
Well, we can do one more half-hour sprint and then just keep talking for until the time runs out, or we can keep talking now and do another sprint in like 5 minutes.
That works.
All right, we'll give us another 5 minutes of relaxing as I try and plan and figure out what I'm going to write because I don't know.
Maybe we're all at mindsets like we're up for a sprint, but other than that, it's like nope.
I got some writing in. Quiet you.
Yeah, I got 600 words total. I mean that's improvement.
Damn.
Well, 200-300 word sessions, and I kind of knew what I was going with that chapter until I ran out of gas.
Do you have a word count you try and hit every month or every week?
No. No to both of those, actually. I do. I have word counts that I tried to hit this month, but I've been missing it the past few months because of, again, massive editings. And no, I have no intentions to run a marathon.
Shorts?
No, I like shorter runs. To do a marathon, I need to go for. To do a marathon would be a severe commitment. And yes, my brothers do give me considerable grief for not doing marathons. I am the only one of my brothers who has not run one.
Well, if you were to do a marathon, you'd have to train for it too.
Yeah.
It's not something, even though you run, it's not like something
it's not the same thing.
Go into it. It's different
Right.
type of running.
And so that would be multiple weekends where I would need to do 3-hour runs to prep for a marathon.
Yeah,
so I
very
don't.
stressed work and rain. It's like don't have time for that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I enjoy running a couple times a week for an hour, maybe a little more, but to really push to do a marathon, oh yeah, thank you. Just Eva is quoting something I put out on Instagram that I am the slow brother of my brothers and the one who hasn't run a marathon, despite my running to write title. And yeah, I don't really have an intention to run a marathon. But I do occasionally do races. I mean, mostly I just run just for me rather than going somewhere.
You're occasionally racist?
No, I occasionally do races. But I do put the hard limit's usually a half marathon because I don't really need to change my running workouts to prep for a half marathon or anything less than that. So it's really easy.
I mean, just the fact that you like running.
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that.
Oh.
I mean, you should always do the marathon at the start line, and just run backwards or at the end line. Be like, I did it.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who are in running clubs who cheat at the finish line. There were a couple of uproars about those in the past year.
Didn't someone get a bus?
Yeah. I think I mentioned that to you the last time we were talking about this, where somebody it was a London Marathon too, I think, where they were in a running club, and in order to stay and maintain membership or whatever, they needed to do a marathon or something weird where they had to do a marathon. Maybe it was for money or whatever, but they took a bus and then were hiding in the bushes, and somebody called them out for it. So
yep, I ran the whole time.
Exactly. Plus, you have these you have trackers on your shoes now, so it's a lot harder to do.
Isn't that just convicts? Isn't that just
Yeah,
convicts?
it's called
with the tracker?
What are
I
trackers?
ran an ankle bracelet there.
Ankle monitor.
Basically. Wow. So Amy's saying that somebody wanted to do a marathon in heels.
Nope.
Ew.
Nope. Yeah, I feel like those would get destroyed after the first mile.
Dude, I see people that do the game. They're wearing like 4-inch heels. I'm like, how? Right around the weekend, I was like, how are you not like my ankles?
Right, you break a heel.
Yeah.
You step down wrong and go crack. Crack, crack, crack.
Yep.
Ben, how do you like plan out your schedule for your books and publishing? And do you have like a quarterly goal, or do you just play it by ear?
I just play it by ear. I would love to get out the next book by the first weekend in December. Honestly, I just had this exact same conversation with Richard. And
again, we're different people.
I know, but I just was talking with him about this last night, and the last time I did the I'm not scripting the book. The last time I did self-publishing tips and tricks.
Like to cause trouble.
No, it's fine. My
love spreadsheets.
I like that the first book came out in August. That was the plan because that's roughly when the story takes place. The second book roughly takes place between the end of November, December. So I'm trying to get the book out first weekend in December. If I don't make that, I considered putting out the second weekend in December, though that would be rushing up against the holiday time, so it would be very easy for my book to get lost. So if I can't make the first weekend, I will most likely push this back to early January, February timeframe. And then the third book, I'm not even looking at 2023. I'm probably going to have to push that back to 2024, I think.
We basically did the same thing because we were looking at having book 2 ready late November, December, and I just made the call to push it because you're just going to get lost.
To the wrestling center.
And it's, we're small enough that it's not like there's many people waiting for it. So it just seems sensible.
I gotcha.
Yeah, for Hunted, we decided to release it every October. But because we're still waiting for book 2, we're trying to push that back.
Oh, yeah, still waiting to get back from the editor. So.
I
didn't even think about it getting shuffled. Like, because even though it's like the week before the holiday season, it's still probably get lost. That's a good thing to think about.
Yeah.
I think from basically November through to the end of the year, ad rates just skyrocket and you're just going to lose money.
I did not know that. It's like, I want to make my book come out for poetry renewal, but if no one's like, it's to be lost, maybe have a premiere, but like not publish it.
Or just do it for the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
I think there's a few of us now because I know Adrian was looking for a December release and has changed his mind. So I think we need to sort of get down and make sure we don't all have the same release week so we can help each other out, not all be going, buy my book, and my book, and my book.
I was going to say that's the other thing too, is that it seems like once everybody pushes off to December, then January becomes the month that all the books get out there.
Yeah. That's like the thing you have to figure out is like when you release them at the same time, it's like you have to figure out what are the high points that people buy books to make sure you're not losing that time frame.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, the summer's not a great time for release.
There is no good time to release
It's
books.
bizarre because you'd think that's when everyone would be rushing off on the holidays and wanting a book for the beach, but who knows? I think generally there isn't a bad time. I mean, unless there's a recession on and no one's buying anything. But you know, as long as you put books out, then you're winning.
Yeah.
I mean, you can still do what you had planned if it's ready in time, Nick.
If.
You do it. I think at the end of the day, like, you can try and plan and try to push it out for, like, the time that you think is best, but if you think a book is ready to be put out, like, there's no harm in doing it anyway.
Yeah.
I am pondering a new project and actually doing a rapid release. And, like, getting all of the whole series finished and then just releasing them, like, a month apart.
Yeah, I had seen that's, like, the smart thing to do because then, like, but you don't want to schedule them, like, too close together because then people feel like, oh, if you're releasing them one after the other, I'll just wait till they're all released and then just read it all at one time.
Well, if they only need to wait 3 months total, it's not the worst.
Yeah, because a lot of series don't see any upswing until the third book's out anyway. So that's where rapid release can really help you. You know, especially if you've got the upfront costs covered, then you don't need to worry too much. But obviously, if you're having to pay as you put them out, then it makes more sense to wait.
Yeah.
Or, like, rapidly release, like, the first 3 or 4 and, like, spread it out more after.
Yeah. A lot of people will read up to the first 3 books before they decide if they like the series or not.
But if people will read 3 books before deciding, they sound like good people.
No, but some people do wait for the knowledge that a series is over before they start like a trilogy or something before they
They've
pick
been
one
burned
up.
before. I'm looking at you, George R.R. Martin.
Should not do that one.
I don't think this book will ever be finished.
No, he has no reason to. He's
Me too now.
swimming in a pool of money right now.
Hasn't he just put out a new Blood and Fire book, though?
Yeah, but I feel like that one was largely done, and it just went to accompany the House of the Dragon.
Because he did another book about them.
But that was just short stories.
Yeah. Don't make that dad needs to finish his series now. Like, he's good. He's set for life.
What about the fan show?
What do you care? You got money?
I know.
I feel like some writers, like, we care about the fans, we care about people having a book. Other people, it's like, I just want money. I don't really care.
That's what we call sellouts.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, ready for the final sprint. It's going to be a shorter one, though. This time we'll actually get a sprint of 20 minutes because I don't think I have another 30-minute in me. Also, we'd be going over time.
You crashing?
I am crashing, but this is a slightly different view of my dog. This is now a 20-minute one, and let me...
So cute.
Yes.
Top tip, then. You can still use sprinting time to make some coffee or to nip to the loo. You don't have to write.
I know.
We're a nap, yeah.
But I do want to try and make some more progress, so we'll see what I can get done. And like I said, that I'm skipping ahead to the more interesting chapter where things really start picking up. So I want to get there.
I mean, if you're not excited to write a chapter, would anyone be excited to read it?
Well, I'm excited to read. I'm excited to write the next chapter, and once I get that, once I know exactly where I'm going, I can tie the previous chapter in a little bit better.
as soon as Falling 2's out, all the reviews are going to be like, "Yeah, I know which chapter he was talking about on that
Hey,
stream."
this is Falling 3, so what is that? That's
Yeah, so Falling
or is
3.
Tokyo Drift? What was the third one? Was
Falling
it just
through
Fast
3.
3? Whatever.
Falling
Falling
through
3 then.
Tokyo
We'll call it
Drift.
Falling 3. No, that was the fourth book. Tokyo Drift was the fourth book. Fourth movie. Anyways, let's get started on the sprint. 20 minutes, y'all. I'll see you back there as we close out this insanity.
Oh no. Here, you unmuted it, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
I have only about 30 seconds left.
No, just like I'm gonna unmute it and then coffee burp.
Every time.
You did that on purpose.
Yep.
Why is the dog telling me to get writing at the end of the sprint?
Why is only what?
Why is the dog telling me to get writing at the end of the sprint?
Yeah, no, I thought it was great writing. Yeah, it says great writing. Sorry, it was too fast. These are all edits I'll make to that video the next time I post it.
He says before falling asleep.
Awesome. And yeah, thank you. It looks like Vidania has joined the chat room, so thank you for joining us. I am writing something, I don't know, it's borderline magical, so it's not necessarily the whimsical magic you typically use. And Hananya, thank you for joining us as well. It is bright and early here, but I hope that it's a reasonable hour wherever you all are watching from. I got in about just shy of 140 words, so it was a paltry final sprint, though. I got distracted. There was a bug crawling across the floor, and so I ran to grab a tissue, and by the time I came back, I lost it. So I can only assume that the bug is crawling all over me at some point throughout while I'm going on in this.
Oh my god, how are you gonna fall asleep knowing it's still there?
Oh, well, I'm asleep upstairs, so that's not a problem. Besides, I think it makes the most sense for me to go for a run now, shower, and then pass out. So
That sounds like a good plan.
Yeah.
You don't have to run. You've done enough today already.
I know. I've been productive for 2 hours and 16 minutes. Yeah. Oh, great.
And do you think this is going to be a new habit for you?
Waking up at 3 a.m.? Absolutely not.
No.
I cherish sleep far too much for that to be true.
Hey, CB joined.
Yep. Hey, welcome,
Oh,
CB.
no.
It's 10:16 a.m. So, hey, if you want to go to the library, go to the library.
Right. I ain't going to bed.
That is the smart thing to do. And again, I want to thank you all for joining us at this really early hour. My hosts are awesome. We still have a few more minutes left, but we are starting to wind down here. And it seems like those of us on the East Coast are going to do the reasonable thing and go to sleep. Those of us who are not the smartest might be making questionable decisions before I finally do go to sleep.
Yeah.
I think it would only be fair for you to stay on and support SD Houston's upcoming stream.
That is correct. And thank you for that great lead in. So I wanted to mention who is coming up next. So the next productivity sprint is Madeline Writes, and that is at 6 a.m.
Oh,
Nope. I also support him, but that ain't happening.
I will come watch the replay. There you go.
So let me see here. I think, SD Houston is 6 a.m. tomorrow. Yeah, SD Houston is 6 a.m. tomorrow. So she was on earlier. She was in the chat room, but she is, I can only assume, asleep.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Hopefully I would not want her to be up right now because she's CMT. I feel like she's an hour behind, so that's central. Yeah, right where I am and Nicole and Lauren, we are all on the East Coast, so it is 5:18 right where we are. We've been going at it since 3 a.m. It's not going to be an easy Saturday for me. I'll say that much.
That sounds like a great opening line to a book. It was not going to be an easy opening. It was not going to be an easy Saturday for Ben, and he knew it.
That's
Maybe like the superhero comments.
Oh, now you're giving up the opening hook for falling through for the Tokyo Drift. Yeah. I'm glad that I was hosting it. I'm glad that I got to hang out with you all. We don't often get to chat, especially live. Sometimes we do it behind the screen, so we just type away. But it's always fun to see you all. Maybe not in person, but through the webcam, it's
close enough.
fun. Exactly. And thank you everyone for joining in the chat. I know some of you are at more reasonable hours. 10 a.m. seems pretty good. I know some of you are.
Someone's at 11.
Yeah, 11 o'clock. I think that's our UK supporters in particular. Martin, you said it was.
It's 10:20 right now.
10:20 for you.
That's not
Yeah.
bad.
But yeah, if you are in a more reasonable time zone where this is not quite so early, again, thank you for joining us. No matter where you're coming from, I do appreciate it, and you are all awesome. And I hope we've helped you be productive, or if you
Question mark?
just chimed in to hear us banter back and forth about the merits of spreadsheets, or all the other all-nighters we performed. Yeah, I do want to just thank you all. And
Nick, did you get anything done?
I got organized. Let's just slow down.
I know you're like half asleep. Poor thing.
Anything is better than nothing, and you all are awesome for.
You did show up.
Being tricked, yes, being tricked into joining this live stream. So, like I said, the next productivity sprint is at 6 a.m. That's Maddie Writes, followed by Caitlin Duncan at 9. If you want to go for the socials, let me see here. So Saturday, 4 to 7 a.m. So if you want, there is the social stream going on now, and that'll be going on till 7 a.m. with writer Stig, followed by the social stream number 3 at 8 a.m. with Jessica Hurt. So I might actually tune in there for a few minutes after this is over and just sort of say hi, and then I don't know, start my Saturday not being nearly as productive as it just was now.
Yeah, I went in there during the sprint and told them that you were doing your productivity one.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
So are you all ready to be productive on this Saturday? Or are you just done for the day and going to relax and
we'll see how happens later.
We're both gonna go back to sleep, and then we'll wake up. The day will start then. It'll be like
Good.
Well, the alarm set for noon.
No, 10.
Noon.
I can't sleep in late.
You can if you wake up at 3.
On this edit, and then I'll break out
I can on a rainy day.
Outline.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I can definitely sleep an entire day on a rainy day.
Nice. Well, the sun wasn't up, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be too rainy today, at least where I am.
Sorry.
You're my handle for this.
Was that you trying to give me money?
No, I plugged my laptop.
Oh.
I do have some plans for today. I plan to go for a run, and then I plan to sleep, and then I plan to do nothing for a few hours and be as unproductive as possible, and then maybe get back to writing.
I mean, we all have plans like get some more sleep and try to write later in the day.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan, Ben. I like that idea. Not the running part, but everything else.
Well, I like your plan to actually get a good night's sleep. So that's the smart thing to do. I think I'm not necessarily doing the best thing for my body.
I'm going to cook a large breakfast and then start my new YouTube channel, Eating to Write, in which I explain how my culinary tastes influence my story choices.
Hey, I really do want to get an AuthorTubers cookbook together. So start brainstorming for that.
That'd be awesome.
Of taking all the things that we write in our stories and actually making them and finding out how badly some of them may taste.
Yeah, I'm actually working on one for Tarot Fiend cookbook.
I'll have to put together the McMurdo omelette.
Yeah, it looks like Just Eva is going to finish her critique and then lounge about. So
lazy day for everyone.
Exactly.
Yay.
We have been productive. We can check that off our list, and we are. Well, I'm going to spend the day on the couch. So.
Got it.
Oh, that's cute. You can let you do that.
Yep. Wait, what? That sounds ominous right there. I'm scared. What did you mean by that?
You'll see.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I know. I know.
It's dangerous when she's already in the house.
Victor will lock my door. Maybe drop it.
Eh.
No need to know, Nick.
What do you think?
Yep, her password and a lock and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, password's coffee.
Oh.
Just put it outside the door and wait. A little fan blowing underneath your door.
Oh. Damn, I got right there into something. I think you did. Oh. I'm like, wait, why did we do this again? Oh, right, we like Ben.
Oh, thank you. Yes, this would have certainly been much more boring if it was only me and Martin on screen, or worse, if Martin bailed too and it was just
Oh,
me
God,
standing here
it's
talking to
you.
myself.
Sleep on the computer.
Yep. Then it really would be sleeping to write.
I've just been hanging on to see if your wife just walks in, just going, "The hell are you doing up at this hour?"
No. She knows. There are 2 floors between us right now. I'm in the basement, so unless I yell, I don't think she'll hear me.
I thought it must happen to her mom out in the bathroom. Like, oh God, like, don't come in here.
Yeah.
Right, what you guys doing?
No, I tell you guys up. That'd be your reaction.
Yeah. Shenanigans.
Since we're on the same floor, she's sleeping in across the hallway.
Well, while we are winding down, do you want to start doing some of our outros? I think we got 4 minutes left, but if we do outros and we stall for time long enough, we can just close it a few minutes early. And
Ben like bed?
yeah. No.
Running to bed.
Yep.
Yeah. There we go.
Me and the notorious Richard Holiday will be doing Flash Aha on my channel next Saturday at 8 p.m. GMT. BST. GMT is the next day. Clocks go back on Sunday, y'all. And I have written this book, The McMurdo Rift, available now on Amazon. If you like spaceships, you will love it. It is being discussed on the Books by Adrian book clubs by Adrian on his channel on Tuesday with that Running to Write guy and others. So get it and get up to speed for that, and you can join in the discussion. Okay, bye.
Do you have a? Oh yeah, you promoted your channel, so you're good to go. I was going to say if you have anything else to promote. Yeah, Flash Aha. So I know if you were talking about trying to start up something else, but I think that might have just been a joke.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I do like the idea of an offer to cookbook though. That sounds cool.
Mm-hmm. Well, again, let's see. Nicole, Lauren, do you want to do your outros?
Go ahead, Nick.
It's only fair having you first.
Yeah.
Oh, this was fun, you know. I don't think like mentally we're all awake, but it was still a fun time.
Here, let me.
Like I said, my channel is The Blind Mage, where I do videos about poetry, song covers, magic, and tarot. I am doing tarot spread readings, so anyone interested, they can message me on Instagram. And I think that's it.
Man, your Instagram is The Blind Mage?
Yes.
I know you're half asleep. You didn't think to mention that. What would you do without me? Oh. Like, try not to yawn.
Yeah.
Trying so hard. But as I said, my channel is Author Lauren Adele. Recently, right now on my channel, I've been doing writing advice and sprints, but I don't know what I'm gonna do with my channel. Like, I've been kind of quiet because work saps all my energy like a leech. But yeah, I recently published a fantasy anthology called Realm of Enchantments and Mystic Anthology, and Ben actually has a short story in it, and so does Nicole.
Yep.
Nice.
That starred Lauren.
And what time do you usually do your sprints?
Saturdays.
Yeah, I was trying to do Saturdays at 11, but
Nothing happened.
well, no, it's definitely not happening today. But I'll probably go back to doing them next week because they're fun,
Nice.
and it kind of forces me to be productive too.
And I think we might go back to doing the post corner either Saturday or Sunday evenings as well.
Sunday evening would be fun.
At more reasonable hours, yes.
Yeah,
no 3 a.m. sprints for you all.
Nope.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, Ben, you said you were going to do it more, right?
I think out of all of us, the only one else we would be up for would probably be Martin.
Oh yeah, so Richard Holiday did officially fall asleep because he missed the entire spreadsheets conversation. And I am running to write. If you are here for this madness, it is largely due to my fault, I guess, at some point, as well as for convincing these 3 other incredibly talented writers to join me at this really early hour. I post.
Yep. It's all your fault.
I upload videos on YouTube as Running to Write every Monday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I give questionable writing advice through running metaphors. I have a published book falling through. I'm planning to publish the sequel to that maybe by the end of the year. If not, it might get pushed back to January sometime. And I am working on writing the 3rd in the series. It's about a group of teenagers who have superpowers. They create a monster and get swept up and lost in time. It's a lot of fun. And, I hope to see you all. Thank you all for joining us. Obviously, I know it's early for a lot of you, even if it's not. I do appreciate you greatly for coming in and writing with us or doing whatever you were doing during that time to be productive, even if you were falling asleep as your productive sprint.
Hey, it still counts.
It still counts. Yeah. Anything counts as productivity. So again, thank you all for joining, and I hope you have a wonderful Saturday. So take care, everybody, and goodbye.
Bye.